Have you ever had one of those brilliant ideas for an event, maybe even a whole series, but then you just get stuck? You're not sure how to actually make it happen? Well, you are definitely not alone. Today, we're going to lay out the entire blueprint, step by step, to take your idea from just a spark all the way to a full house. If you're a first-timer, think of this as your personal roadmap to success.
You know, it's the #1 fear for every single event organizer, right? You put in all this work, you create this amazing experience, but in the back of your mind, there's that little voice asking, but what if nobody comes? It's a scary thought, for sure. But guess what? It's a problem we can absolutely solve.
And that's exactly what this is all about. We've put together a clear, actionable plan that takes all the guesswork out of it. We're going to break down the whole process from that initial concept to a completely sold-out event.
So here's how we're going to do it. First, we'll build a rock-solid foundation. Then we'll get into crafting an invitation that people literally can't say no to. After that, we'll show you how to find your very first attendees for free, how to amplify your reach, and finally, how to turn your one-off event into a real community, an empire.
Okay, let's dive in. Before you even think about flyers or venues or any of that fun stuff, we have to lay the groundwork. You see, a really great event series is built on strategy, and that strategy all starts with answering 5 absolutely crucial questions.
I like to think of these as the 5 pillars holding the whole thing up. First up, what makes you unique? Why should someone come to your event? Second, how are you going to manage it all to make sure people have an amazing time? Third, how are you going to make money? Fourth, marketing. How will people even hear about it? And fifth, consistency. How do you do it again and again? Getting these right from the very beginning is everything.
All right, once you've got your strategy down, it's time to create your invitation to the world. And I'm not just talking about a quick summary. Your event description is probably the single most important piece of marketing you are going to create. So what's the secret sauce for a killer description? It's a classic marketing formula called AIDA. It stands for attention, interest, desire, and action. It's like a path you lead people down. You grab their attention with a great headline. Then you build their interest in the first couple of sentences. The main body of your text should create a real, genuine desire to be there. And finally, you give them a super clear call to action so they know exactly how to sign up.
Let's see this thing in the wild. Check out this example for a hiking event. This first line is just perfect. Unique opportunity. That creates scarcity. Long-lost shipwrecks. That sparks so much curiosity. I mean, it immediately makes you lean in and say, wait, what? Tell me more, right? So to boil it all down, the formula is simple. Hint that spots are limited. Paint a picture with your words so people can feel what it's like to be there. Use short paragraphs so it's easy to read. And never ever forget to end with a strong, obvious call to action that tells them exactly what to do next.
Okay, so you've got your strategy, you've got this amazing description, so where do you find the people, especially when you're starting out and don't have a big budget? Well, the good news is there's an absolute goldmine of free and low-cost ways to promote your event.
Your first stop should be the 2 big ones, Meetup and Eventbrite. The reason these are so incredibly powerful is that they have millions of people who are already on there actively looking for stuff to do. You're not trying to find an audience from scratch, you're just putting your event where the audience already is. Yeah, there are some small fees, but trust me, they're nothing compared to the reach you get.
Now, let's get a little scrappy. We're going to go beyond those big sites. This next move is all about your local scene. Just hop on Google and search for your event type plus your city, like tech events in Austin. You're going to find all these local calendars and community sites. Just look for a little link that says add an event or submit your event and post your listing on every single one you find.
And please do not sleep on this strategy. So many event organizers I've talked to have said that in the beginning, this right here, this was the absolute goldmine. It works so well. You're reaching people who are looking for things to do right in their own backyard. This is how you get that first wave of attendees and start building a real following.
So, once you've run an event or two, you've proven that people like it, it's time to pour some fuel on the fire. Let's talk about 2 really powerful ways to amplify your reach: SEO and paid ads. So what's the difference between these two? Well, think of it this way. SEO is like planting a tree. It takes a little time, but it grows and eventually provides value for free for a long time, helping people find you on Google. Paid ads, on the other hand, they're like a rocket booster. They give you an immediate, powerful lift to get in front of tons of people right now.
Now, SEO can sound really complicated, but you just need to focus on the basics. Your meta title, that's the blue headline you click on in Google. Make sure your main keywords are in there. The meta description is that little summary right below it. Use it to sell the event. You also want to use those keywords in the main body of your text. And finally, add a descriptive alt tag to your images. You're basically just telling Google in its own language exactly what your event is about.
And when it comes to paying for ads, you do not need to break the bank. Just go back to all those local event sites you found earlier. They're perfect for testing. Start with really small budgets, like $5 or $10, on a few different sites. The whole key is to see which ones get you the most signups for the least amount of money, and then you just put more budget into the winners.
So far, we've really been focused on filling seats for one event at a time. But the real long-term win, the real magic, happens when you start thinking bigger. We're talking about shifting your mindset from just filling a room to building a real, lasting community, your own little empire.
So here's the long-term game plan. It all starts with the quality of your event. If you create an amazing experience, you create superfans. And superfans come back, and they bring their friends. Then, you've got to nurture that. Build your email list, build your social media, and keep them engaged even when there isn't an event. The ultimate goal here is to use your events to become a true authority in your field.
And there you have it. Seriously, from building that core strategy and writing a description people can't resist, to finding your first fans and then scaling up, you now have the complete blueprint to launch and grow a massively successful event series.
So as you get started, I want to leave you with one final question to think about. Is your goal just to fill some seats for one night? Or is it to build something that lasts, a real community around something you're truly passionate about? Because whichever path you choose, that answer is going to define everything.